Fourth-year head coach Dean Webb for Ohio Volleyball has announced two coaching staff additions, Rodnei and Laura Santos. And I'm here visiting with them today. And first things first, this is Rodnei Santos. And Coach, first things first, welcome to the staff. It's great to have you. But I do want to ask you first, how did you and Dean Webb first meet? And just kind of explain your road coming to Ohio.
Well, we met at the AVCA convention, and it was 2 years ago, I think. And we were talking some volleyball. He had a great presentation on serving, and I actually didn't see the presentation. Laura saw it, and then she's like, "You got to talk to him. It's quite impressive." And I was like, "Well, I knew that he was good, and we got to play against. We were coaching at a different university in the MAC, and so I knew of his work. And then once he was out of the presentation, we kind of stole him for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, talking about volleyball, and we kind of hint here and there some of the things that we thought he was doing, trying to accomplish at Ohio. And the conversation ended with Laura telling me this, like, "You gotta work for this guy." I was like, "Yep, I know."
And hey, I mean, you're here now, so, so it all worked out perfectly. But I will say, you mentioned, you're working previously in the Mid-American Conference. Do you think that was a lot of the process of bringing you here to Athens because you have those MAC ties?
Yeah, I would think so, and especially because I've been in the MAC for most of my career, I think being at Ohio, it's like, ooh, I made it. This is the best place to be, and I knew this from the start. So it's like, I wonder if I ever gonna make that, and now I'm here with a coach that inspires me. And there's a little more to it, like, he was doing some different things. He started doing some different things in the conference as and everybody just starts to watch and like, wait, I wonder where he's going with this and that. So it was very, very interesting to follow his process, ever since he got to the conference.
So previously you were at Oregon State. How was that experience for you?
It was great. It's when you get to be in a Power 5 conference, it's a whole different perspective, a whole different way. The way athletes work and levels of expectations and all this. So it was a great experience, and it gave me a little bit of a better oversight. So now I have a different perspective. It's like, oh, so some of the things that they've been doing that kind of level of conference, and we can bring here. And the best thing about it is that once I get here to Ohio, it's like, oh wow, we don't fall short on any of those aspects. So yeah.
So now that you're here, what are some of your strengths? What do you bring to this team, and that will allow them to propel forward and continue the success that this program has had?
Oh yeah, one of the main things that Dean told me that it would be my responsibility is to make sure that we work with that I would work with the blockers, and that I would actually improve the blocking. So that's something that I'm very comfortable working. And since he's a great serving coach, blocking is actually quite simple. So that's a good responsibility to have initially, and I will have a little bit of I will be able to add a little bit to the middle blockers in general. So. Yeah.
And you played too. I mean, obviously you're tall, so obviously I understand that you're a blocker, but you did play at Pepperdine.
Yes, I played both at Pepperdine and Brigham Young University, BYU, and I played both as middle blocker and as a right side. So yep, that was and part of the reason it's teaching and coaching blocking comes naturally is because I've done for so long at a pretty good level, if you will.
But Coach, thank you so much. Welcome to Athens. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.